welcome everyone to College Park, Maryland, and the house has been built by guys from Boomer to Dick. Home to the Maryland Terrapins, where the fans are eager to welcome visitors into the shell. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Maryland's offense takes the field for the first time today. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Yeah, receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And just
and the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
Pressure coming. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing
trying to beat the D deep. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups, because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Coming after it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Catch open down the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win 1st and 2nd down, you set up 3rd and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
Quarterback checking off. To throw, it's Bettis. He's got his man. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Working that left side now. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Looking at a 2nd and short now. The give on the inside. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a 1st at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Quarterback gets the first down. That is frustrating for a defense for a quarterback to beat you with his feet. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. They've been running it, but now the pass. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Fires the pass, intercepted.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The give out of the gun. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll run play action. Trying to burn this defensive back. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's off to the races. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Syracuse. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage. Defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Scrambling away. It's complete to the left. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12, but all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Got his man. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Bettis. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catching up to give them the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Maryland! On to attempt the try. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. On third down, he drops to throw. Gets it out fast. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first. Go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Burns. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the short completion brings up second down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air, it's Bettis. Complete downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Wants to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Trying to convert this second and short. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Clements. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Orange will have to punt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. To the air. It's Bettis. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback will audible. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Maryland!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Leaves it with the back. Shows him the stiff arm. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
Starting this third quarter on the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Running through contact. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they get the sack just like that.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Clements. They get him down after he makes the catch. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Syracuse will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Back to pass, it's Bettis. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Terrapins send out the punt unit. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. It is good.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Terrapins! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Kansas State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
Makes his connection. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He lobs one high down the left side. And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. To the air, it's Bettis. He wants it all. Touchdown, Maryland! And the punishment has been extended. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to move it through the air. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Looking downfield, it's Bettis. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Oh, and it hits the left upright. No good. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
He's going to take off. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
So frustrating as a defense because you got the offense in 3rd down. You're in a situation now where you can get off the field if somebody just makes a play, but you let the quarterback escape, and then beyond all that, you can't even get a good hit on him because he slides to protect himself.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. They keep attacking through the air. He finds his man. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Fast motion from the offense. Quickly complete. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too.
Throws toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He's going for it all. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you can tell.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
And listen, everything's four-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game. So it's okay you didn't get the first down there, but now the pressure's on to convert this. Otherwise, it's ball game.
Looking left. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Maryland! Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Miami was able to finish off a close one in South Florida today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player,